They can hear me, but can they hear you?
Get ready to rumble.
Your mic cut you off. I don't even know what you were saying there.
Oh, I said let's get ready to rumble.
Here, I'll do it for you in your honor. Let's
Are you
get
heard
ready to rumble. I miss that guy. I hope he's not dead. You know what, Jack? Do you remember that old Nintendo 64 game, Ready to Rumble? I think that's what it was called.
No, I don't.
Okay, it's fair enough because unless it's like a Nintendo or Rare game, most people don't remember a lot of third-party Nintendo 64 games. But Ready to Rumble was like a arcade like boxing game that was on the N64. It was silly, it was over the top. And I think that is but there's also a game, I kid you not, Jack. That's a game in which one of its secret characters is you get to play as Michael Jackson.
Huh.
And not a parody. No, it's him. His likeness and his voice. And keep in mind, this is the late 90s, so you're getting vitiligo Michael Jackson with the weird nose. So yeah, I remember playing that game a handful of times when I was a kid. I didn't own it. It was like a cousin or whatever that owned it. But I just distinctly remember that because of the Let's Get Ready to Rumble, which at the time I think there was a famous boxing announcer who did that. That was his signature. But anyways, enough reminiscing about the past. We're gonna reminiscing about the past in episode 180. Welcome, folks, to episode. I just said that. Welcome, folks, to the Hack Jack Show. I am, of course, gently beautiful and moronic. Emphasis on moronic hack.
And I am your favorite VTuber, Jack.
And let me go ahead and alert the over on the people on the. So I can do this right on the social medias. Hopefully that effect worked. I'm not. I think I have it all set up.
It did.
Oh, it did. Yes, and I did it right. On the social media to let people know that we are live because we gotta. Well, not feed the there's no feeding the algorithm. It's just that you gotta let people know. Sometimes people will miss that you're live, and then they'll complain. It's like I didn't see you were live. Actually, Jack, has it ever actually happened to you where you were not notified that someone uploaded a video or was live?
Many times.
I think that's only happened to me whenever the account that I'm subscribed to has just been very inactive for a long time, and then they wonder why the notifications are being sent.
Me. It's me. Anytime when I try to do some TikTok video, I always procrastinate.
Oh, speaking of, you might want to get that TikTok video talked about ready because God forbid that TikTok lets you rewatch the same video after it's over. God forbid. Oh, because we are talking about several things today, but there is one short video that Jack and we definitely want to. We're not gonna well, technically it is a reaction, but no, we just want to the best word to say it is scrutinize, because a whole bunch of things are said in just a few seconds that this gentleman did in this TikTok, and it makes us be like, okay, it's time to put our thinking caps and our hater caps a little. Well, I'll speak myself for the hater caps. So
I gotta copy it down.
You HAC Jack Show. And also for anyone who was a fan, who is a fan of a particular show, apparently it's the 30th anniversary of Space Ghost Coast to Coast, which sadly
Oh.
I never watched when it was airing, and even if I did, I wouldn't get it because I was but a child. I was not ready for its highbrow, lowbrow humor. But watching it years later, I very much enjoy it, and it also made me realize, was Team 4-Star at the beginning when they were doing, they were just starting out. Man, did they really just copy a lot of Space Ghost and Harvey Birdman Attorney at Law? They're just copying Adult Swim shows for the most part and put it into Dragon Ball. But you gotta start somewhere. We can't start off with the most original stuff. You gotta start from what you're inspired. And also, Jack, I also realized I quietly posted another sketch of Manon from Street Fighter 6. I think technically it is better than what I've drawn of her thus far by a technical standard. But I'm still not satisfied, and it still looks off. And after not eight straight months, but 8 months since I started drawing that character, I don't know if it's just she's my main, or if it's one of those things where I started this and I got to end it. I gotta draw her right. I don't know which is which. I don't know, because I really appreciate the character, or it's just I'm stubborn. But I think I finally figured out why my drawings of her thus far have been flawed. And I tweeted this. It all comes down to perspective. And by perspective, I mean the actual, the way perspective is used in art. Like angles and all of that.
Oh, okay.
Because I kid you not, that Marvel book I was talking about last week, it has a whole chapter on perspective, and on the chapter where you practice drawing heads, they emphasize hey, practice drawing heads going this way or that way or any which way, and that's when I realized, I get it now. I now know what my mistake is. That being said, now that I know what my problem is, that doesn't mean I can solve it. So it's just gonna be pretty interesting for me to draw using the 2/3 perspective, which I think for seasoned artists like Johnny, which hello Johnny, I see you there. For someone like him, that's nothing. That's like an afternoon sketch. But for me, just starting out is like, what do I do? How do I draw the skull facing that way but still proportional, but also not too proportional? That's the point. That's the point here. So that's, I guess, my art challenge, to try to draw this one character.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure.
And maybe and once I've satisfied drawing her, maybe I'll actually move on to other things. Maybe I'll draw Sonic again.
I found the thing that might help you, because I'm pretty sure there was always something online. Let me see. It's loading.
Oh, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of art stuff online. And...
Well, I was going to show just a pure skull.
You gonna show me a cadaver?
Pretty much.
Ew.
That's all. That's all you needed. Well, no, it's a 3D render.
They're gonna show me a cadaver.
No. It's a 3D render. Of course, there's gonna be 3D renders everywhere in the.
You know what? Life is also a 3D render. When you think about it.
True.
We're all just a bunch of triangles. If you really think about it, if as the conspiracists say, if we are truly living in the Matrix, then how come we don't see triangles in our bodies? Think about it.
There you go. For you. Because I was even looking at him that chin looks very much inside her skull.
Well, no, that's the thing. It's not. The at least based on like kind of the concept art illustration that I'm drawing on, her chin is not in the skull, but the angle makes it look that way.
No, yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like the way it's drawn, it's like it's in the skull. But when the way you were trying to do it, I understand.
Yeah, it really, yeah. Oh, dang! This is a very accurate skull. Good lord!
I told you.
Yeah,
everywhere online you can find.
Let me show
something.
Yeah, let me show the people this real quick. Jack sent me a skull. Isn't he a sweetheart? Look at that.
Yeah. Why am I signed out of X? There we go.
The skull is looking at you, audience. He's judging you.
You two are confuzzling me. Well, what am I doing? What am I supposed to be confusing you on?
I am making the skull look at the YouTube chat.
Hey, it's Mr. Winter with his lower jaw.
Johnny says, "Get an Acero head. It's simpler. I don't know what that is, but I'll look it up later." All right, I'll stop that. I'll stop playing. Oops, not that one. Not food.
Yes, that is true. That is simpler.
All right, so actually, I want to get straight to this. So earlier today, Jack showed me a TikTok that we're gonna play for you guys because this is something. The number one, Jack and I can relate to on a very personal level.
When we were raising our children, my children are adults now, but
of course, I gotta pause it.
We just did not allow.
Oh my! I gotta solve a puzzle. TikTok. Oh good lord, come on.
Oh yeah, move it to the left.
And the video plays, so I gotta be fast enough to beat the puzzle, and then pause the video before it goes away. Man, Chinese really don't want me to use TikTok if I'm not a user.
It does it to me too.
All right, let me let me solve the puzzle. Let me suck it up. I'll play your game, TikTok. I'll play your game. So give me a second, folks. I'll try to figure this out.
When we were raising our children, my children are adults now, but
oh no, Hack's been a robot this whole time. I never knew.
Wait, what?
He's trying to figure out the captcha.
Oh,
He can't figure it out.
I figured it out.
That's what a robot would say.
One would say a robot in disguise.
That's very deceptive of you.
I see what you did there. All right, now I got it all primed and ready. So, do you have it ready on your end, Jack?
Let me go ahead.
Yeah, you solve your captcha. Maybe you see if you're a machine or not.
There we go.
And hope everyone has a good start to their
They changed the way it looks on TikTok again. This looks a lot better. All right. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you people, folks, what Jack showed me. So changing scenes. There we go. So we'll go. It's actually for a TikTok is actually pretty long, so you might be able to do some pauses here and there. But we'll let this gentleman, who I don't even know who this guy is, nor do I really care, but for what he has to say, it's intriguing nonetheless. And I also want to preface this, and I think it should be importantly stated before we continue, because this is related to the faith that Jack and I share, and it's that the gentleman you're about to see here does not represent, and his opinions do not represent the majority of people who consider themselves within the Christian faith. What you're about to witness is someone who we would say is in an extreme minority of how people live the Christian lives. And you'll understand why when we watch this little TikTok. So again, this is not something every Christian share, and we preface that this is probably someone on the more extreme end of things, the very overzealous types.
Yeah.
So here we go. All right. So, and starting the TikTok in 3, 2, 1, play.
When we were raising our children, my children are adults now, but when they were younger, we just did not allow what's called polyrhythmic music. And that
pause. All right. Already.
All right.
Already. So you heard what the gentleman said. Now, of course, he's free to raise his kids however he wants. But the phrase polyrhythmic music, I'll repeat, polyrhythmic music. First of all, I'm gonna actually, before I say anything, because I, you know, Jack and I, we're musicians, even if amateur. Mm-hmm. I have at least a high school level of musical education and a little bit of college, just a little bit, and not
once.
Went to
college.
I'm not.
No, I know, but it's like I'm just quoting the freaking plankton thing. I went to college.
But not once have I ever heard anything called polyrhythmic. And right now I'm gonna look, because who knows? Maybe it is a new term.
No,
maybe I'm
behind. I'm surprised, because that would have been something you would have learned in band. But polyrhythmic music is pretty much just like music that has different time signatures.
Okay, yeah. So
basically, I literally had to look it up just to be sure I wasn't going crazy. I'm like,
okay, so I see why I never heard of polyrhythm. You know why, Jack?
Why?
Because I never studied the piano.
It's not really. Well, actually, that too. Well, and when I say band, it would probably be the drumming section mostly.
Well, yeah, but the point is, like, if you have a single instrument, you're only going to be focused on one music staff. But if you have something like the piano or other instruments that have a wide range of octaves, then you will be playing with at least 2 music staffs. However, but again, despite that, beside that, polyrhythm is not it's a very technical word that is just not really used a lot. Not really used a lot. And hello, Mr. Timothy Olsen. Well, welcome here. We are discussing a very interesting TikTok that Jack discovered and he shared with me, and just.
You know, by the way, speaking of this TikTok, to give you context, I was mulling over this for 2 days.
Oh God.
2 days. I was just like, it was either that or 2 days or yesterday. Either way, I was waiting for it, and I was like, I'm gonna send this to HAC, and I realized it's like 3 a.m. Like, I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, he waited till at least 1 in the afternoon. Thank you. That's actually better, because I would have paid attention, and I've been asleep. Also, hello, Ghetto. So polyrhythmic is not a phrase I'm inherently familiar with, but not technically, it does exist, but it's not just a word you kind of use. So that means this man went out to make sure to find the correct musical term to describe rhythms happening in 2 different music staffs.
So here's the thing, when because I'm looking at the Wikipedia, and it has a very perfect rendition of what polyrhythm is. Because polyrhythm, so there's rhythm. First of all, there's standard rhythm, which is 4/4, meaning when someone counts, it's 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. That's a standard time signature. Polyrhythm can count to anything like it can be a 3/4. So a famous time signature 3/4, you might say to yourself, I've never heard it. You probably have. It's the waltz. It's pretty much any waltz music. It's going 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Yeah. Well, I know it's not really the time signature thing. I'm getting it. Yeah, it's 1 2 5 4 1 2 5 4. No, it's not really.
I can only count to 4. But yes,
it's not really a time signature thing. Here, because I'm looking at the same Wikipedia article, and I can.
It's just the easier way to.
I know to visualize it, but pretty much, what it is when on two different musical staffs is when you have the notes going in different rhythmic beats. So an example, to use Jack was saying, one staff could go 1 2 3 1 2 3, and then another music staff can go 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, and those play together to create a polyrhythm, because you're hearing two rhythms at the same time to create the song. That's basically what that means. So this is what the gentleman is talking about for context. And that is a very, very specific. That's very specific. I'm gonna Jack, let's go ahead. Let's restart, because it's only been 11 seconds of the TikTok. So let's restart it so people understand, so that newcomers here can understand, what the heck we're watching. So
right.
Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
All right, here we go. Play in 3, 2, 1, play.
When we were raising our children, my children are adults now, but when they were younger, we just did not allow what's called polyrhythmic music. And that means that there's many rhythms going on at a time, and largely in the rhythm section, meaning anything that's played rhythmically, like drums, rhythm guitar, all this kind of thing. It doesn't mean that if there was a section of music that had a little piece in there that created some sort of interest, that we were like, oh no, it's of the devil, and we ran away. We didn't do that either. But we largely let them listen to Christian music that was appropriate, because a lot of Christian music today is just like the world's music.
Pause.
I hate the way he says it.
I know, I hate it too. The world's is like, okay, so this runs deeply to us. Now I can speak for myself that, that I have lived through the type of scenario that this gentleman is going through, although not as strict. When my family, particularly my mother and father, wanted to become more sincere and serious in their faith, of course, that was instilled in me, and so there was a lot of things I was not allowed to listen or to do for a certain amount of time. But they definitely have loosened up in things that are not as important, like terms of music or things that you can or cannot handle. But at the time, especially when when you're young, impressionable kids, the parents have a duty to raise their kids how they need to be, and obviously, if you're younger than 10, you shouldn't be listening to things that your mind's not ready for. So, want to put that out of the way. So, but because of that, especially in the Christian household, that means I heard a lot of Christian music. Most of them are fine. Fine music for what they are. Some there's a good number of them I actually really like, and I think they're actually just good songs in general. But most of them are exactly what this individual enjoys, and that they are boring. They're dull, meandering, unsurprising, repetitive. Four chords.
Oh, there was a very good video.
Basic bass lines. The drummer can't even do that many fills, and everything repeats at the end because we gotta emphasize that chorus and the bridge, because that's where the powerful part comes in. And everyone raise your hands, hallelujah. and all of that, unerotic, and all of that ironic, and all of that jazz. Which there's a music joke, I guess, in there somewhere. Johnny says, "You had ACDC out." It's like, no. I was a good kid, and by the time I did listen to ACDC and get into rock, I was they were starting to loosen up and allow me to listen to stuff that was not Christian. 4 chords C A C Cage. I see what you did there, Johnny. You know what, Johnny? For that, because that is you know what, that is a top tier joke. You get the clap. The very top tier joke, good sir. All right. Let's let the gentleman finish up. Well, real quick, and then Jack, you can go ahead and speak in your perspective because we're almost done with this little TikTok, anyways. So let's go ahead and allow him to. Let's go ahead and finish the video. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Playing in 3, 2, 1. Play.
For it just kind of has Jesus lyrics on it. And some Christian songs don't even have Jesus lyrics on them anymore.
All right, pause. All right, and that's the end of it. Now, Jack, go ahead. Speak your mind, good sir. Preach, as one would say.
Now here's the thing. Oh, I think it was this guy. Yeah, this is the one. I think this is the guy that I really enjoyed watching his videos on. I might need to look back into it. But here's the thing, like, I've also had the same kind of problem when it came to music where my family would restrict me on certain things I could not listen to, which in the end I kind of ignored after a while. But like, even then, like, just feeling like I'm missing out on different ways you can make music was mind-blowing to me. Because yes, I do enjoy Christian music in general. I do enjoy it. I'm not gonna say I hate it because I enjoy it. I enjoy the beats they have. I enjoy the corridos, the alabanzas, and all that good stuff.
Ain't a fan of gospel though.
But there are some songs that they're kind of mediocre.
Very.
They're kind of mediocre to me. Like, it's just like, as Hack said, the same 4 chords. Whenever it came to me learning the guitar, I felt, and this is also kind of why I have like a strong opinion about music, is that whenever I was learning the guitar, I felt like I was lacking compared to other people that were just learning the guitar because of the setting I was in. Basically, all I had to do was, for me, what they taught me was literally like, okay, this is a G, this is a C, this is that, and that. Sure, they gave me basic music theory of like, that's a quarter note, that's a whole note. But they never taught me about like, this is how you do a scale. This is how you build this on the guitar. It's just literally, okay, you're good. Here, we're gonna have you learn some new songs, and you're gonna play them up in the front in the altar. Like, okay, that's nerve-wracking, and it's just like that's been the same thing every single day. It was just, here's a new paper, learn it within the week.
Yep,
I learned it within the week.
Yep, I went through that fire as well. And now this is not for every church. This is mostly something that's common in more in church in more smaller churches, and that the people who are going to do the music, more often than not, they also don't have too much of a musical background or knowledge, and so they will just teach you what they know. And because of that, you know, unless you seek it out yourself, you can't find unless you seek it yourself, you're gonna be stuck as basically the guitarist who can only play 4 chords, or the pianist that that can only just do chords and not do any flares or anything else, or stuff like that. So while Jack and I did learn a great deal a lot in music in general, and also helped us to just perform and just be performers, technique wise and musically, it was very, very limiting.
Yeah, and that was a problem because there would be times where I would go to a gig for a different church, and they would ask me, "Can you do this?" And like literally, our whole band would be like, "What? We don't know anything about that." And these people that were there, of course, they were adults, but these adults, they learned a bunch more about music outside of the church.
Yep. And for this gentleman here that we're watching, one thing you kind of miss on the stuff he was talking about is just basically that when he's talking about how like he doesn't like music with a lot of polyrhythm, what he's basically saying is that he really, really has a dull and boring taste in music, because almost every song in the world, Christian or not, has some sort of polyrhythm to it, just based on when you combine all the instruments like in a band. Just think like any of your favorite bands, think of any of them, the bassist is not going to play the same way as the guitarist, or the guitarist as the pianist, or the drummer, etc., etc. They're all doing their own rhythms or styles to help create a song that they're all doing their own styles and rhythms and so forth, combined together to create a uniquely sounding song. And I believe this gentleman here fails to realize that because of this weird preference or prejudice, that he's essentially narrowing his musical mind to essentially what he feels comfortable with. And basically, if there's any song that's gonna make him feel like not even dance, make him like move, it's already too much. And maybe, and who knows? We don't know this guy. We can't really say much about just based on this 55-second TikTok. But we can say that maybe we can assume on his comments is that this is probably a guy that was probably raised very interesting by his own parents, and now that's been passed down to his kids. And unless something changes, he's probably gonna to want to prefer to listen to very safe sounding Christian music that's not too exciting, that doesn't try to be too different, and so forth. And I would say, and Jack, you can let me know if you witnessed this.
Mm-hmm.
In the church environment, there are gonna be people who, when you try to add some sort of flair or style to any Christian song, there are going to be people in that congregation or in the people in the church that are gonna essentially look at you funny and going like, should you really play it like that? I don't think that's very Christian. Of course, that statement doesn't mean anything. It's not like the Bible states you can only play music in this manner or in this way, which, to use actually something that I experienced through was hold on. Johnny says, look at this super long to say, I know personally he sucks. He's a big poopy head. Yeah, the frame I have in Posum's not giving him any favors with the crazy eyes he's got going on. But something to that I witnessed that in the old church, in the church previous that I went to, I got in touch with a gentleman there who been there longer than me, and he's an older gentleman, maybe past his 40s. We got to talking one morning, and essentially he was just explaining that his preference to what he likes to hear when it comes to church music, and I'm very used to, like, it's kind of funny. because I'm so used to that type of environment that I don't realize that that's what most people don't think what a church music sound like, with having a proper band with a drummer and guitarist and bassist and all that. I kind of take that
Mm-hmm.
for granted that most people aren't even aware that some churches do that. But
Yeah.
he uh he pretty much said that he doesn't mind that, but to him that's not real Christian music. And so I asked him, okay, then what's real Christian music to you? And basically to him, real Christian music is doing proper hymns and singing all those songs in Latin and all that, and all the traditional music you think of when you think of church, especially like Catholic Church.
Yes.
No, there could be some good hymns, but that was his preference. And when speaking with it, and when I think about him, is like, yeah, he's from that generation that prefers that, and a lot of hymns and traditional church music, they're not played to be exciting. They have a tone to it. They definitely have a tone to them, and and they are made so that whereas the organ or the piano is playing the melody and the people sing with the melody, and the people sing with the melody, and that's what he's raised on. And I'm guessing this is what this gentleman on TikTok, that's probably what he was raised on. And so to have that, to not hear that, to them is almost a sacrilege, because it's like we're just being disrespectful. But of course, I didn't say this to the gentleman at the time because it would have come out very disrespectful. But in my head, I was thinking to myself, how is the ancient traditional church music any more closer to God? Because than playing in the band. It's not like we're singing in Aramaic or Greek or using a lyre or singing any ancient Jewish folk songs that Jesus probably sang. He went to parties, so we assume he must have done some singing.
Yeah.
Latin's not Jesus' language, or English, but we sing in them to praise him. I'm just saying. It's all a matter of preference and taste, and that's completely fine. But don't be like this gentleman here on the TikTok video of kind of wanting to essentially not isolate, but what's the word I'm looking for, Jack? Not he is being ignorant. Surprise! He is being ignorant, but more like purposely ignoring, ignoring what's around him, because if he wants to strictly listen to just Christian music, then what about gospel music? Because in the end, you're gonna complain about, Christian music don't even have Jesus in anymore. There's tons of gospel music that say Jesus a lot, and guess what?
Yes.
They're polyrhythmic.
God forbid they have a drum.
Oh yeah, got a drummer or someone who is extremely talented on the piano, or someone who can sing with a very good vibrato. Curse.
Oh heck! I just realized in this man's eyes, when we were playing on the altar, when one of us was playing a rhythm guitar, we were just praising the devil. Dang.
Yeah, we might. You know what? We both. You know what we're playing? We might as well be Elvis Presley, shaking our hips, making all the girls wild. Oh man, here, I'll make get rid of the guy because people have been staring at him too much. But I think all of us at one point have seen that type of ignorance and unwilling to see different perspectives on things that honestly kind of don't matter.
I found the well, actually, I don't know if we could try to play this video, but it has like a lot of copyright music. That is Christian. And it's basically just like a 12-minute video of talking about the problems with Christian music.
I think I may have. I think I may know. I may know what you're talking about, but I don't want to go into that deeply. And watch another video on that topic because just want to get the 2 cents on just this TikTok. Oh, Johnny says you're Christian but doesn't speak Hebrew. Poser.
No, it's actually Greek.
Yes, Greek, or no, and Hebrew, So
And Hebrew for the Old Testament, but Greek for the New. Right?
Yeah, actually, yeah. So yeah, posers, all of you can't speak ancient Greek or Hebrew. All of you. God's language. Anyways, I just wanted to share that. Jack, do you have any thoughts you want to put on that before we move on?
Just again, a reminder: he does not speak for every single Christian. He is a minority of extremists when it comes to music, to his musical views. I don't like being what was the word again? I guess I'll just use what Johnny said, caged when it comes to musically, because it's just like you're trying to express who you are, and in this case, when it comes to Christian music, how much you praise God, and something as stupid as saying no polyrhythm, that's just dumb. It's really just too dumb.
Exactly. If it were up to me, I praise God using a distortion pedal. Which I have done. Tasteful, I should add. Tastefully. You know, I'm not here trying to do, nor could I in at least not in this lifetime. I ain't trying to be a punk band over here or Van Halen. But you know, when as the Christians always say, when the Holy Spirit calls me and it says hack, put on the distortion and the reverb.
I swear, when you were talking about like the part where you were asking that man what music he prefers when it comes to Christian music, it unlocked a whole thing. Like, I swear, I felt like I was an outcast for playing an electric guitar in other churches, because a lot of these other churches, first of all, when you play it live in any type of scenario, you can tell how much the audience is digging it. Like, they're literally staring at you, and they'll show how much they're digging the music. Whenever I go on with a song that has remotely any sort of solo, and keep in mind, this is Christian music that had solos, with any sort of solo, you would see the quote unquote Holy Spirit from them die. It's like I'm just like pouring water on them.
No, you're pouring unholy water.
I'm pouring unholy water on them, and they just like slow down. And then when I finish my solo and I go back to doing like what regular things, you see it build up again. I'm like, these people, it got to a point where one time, and I told Hack about this before. I was at this gig. These people, they had the bare minimum when it came to like audio engineers, and it's putting it a stretch. They're just people that too many chords for Christ, bro. And like they had basically they had people that can move a knob up and down or side to side depending on what it is. That's all they had. The bare minimum. I was telling them like, hey, this is way too loud even for me. And this is me being someone that's playing an electric guitar. Turn it down. So on the time of the actual service, my guitar was way too loud. Like super loud. So I'm telling them to turn it down. And guess what they did? They turned it up. So then I start turning it down on my side. And then they turn it back up again. To the point where it started having feedback.
Good
And
lord.
then from there, after a while, they gave up on trying to like do anything with mine. They turned it all the way down. I turned it back up and I barely heard myself. And they turned the bass up. So now all you hear is do 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 do.
Yeah, that church wants that bass, bro.
Like, my God. And I'm just sitting here, like, it got to a point where I almost stopped playing.
You almost put her Nirvana.
I was close to doing that. I was about to stop playing. And it got to a point where, like, I was faking it. And no one could tell I was faking it because they couldn't hear me.
Well, in the professional music world, you still did a good job.
I guess so.
Yeah, you did. And like in turn, like even like it's one of those things. Even you have a bad show, like don't make it worse by quitting and leaving. Like just stay there, fake it till you make it, and then when it's over, then you can go like that was the worst thing I've ever done. So no, you did the right thing in terms of musical ethics, but still at the time, I'm sure at the time it was like I want like someone kill me already. I'm tired of this.
Like my drummer, my bassist, and the pianist, they were all like, "We can't hear you." I'm like, "I know. I have it all the way up. They don't want to turn it up."
Johnny says,
I have a thing against it.
Your fault for sticking that Hell's Bells riff in there thinking he wouldn't notice. See, that was a trick, Johnny. Jack may have played Hell's Bells, but if it were up to me, if I were to sneak in an AC/DC riff, I would go with honestly not even a riff. If I had the time and practice, I would sneak in one of the solos from what's this what was that song called? Give me a second. I know what it's called. I'm like literally playing the song in my head trying to remember the title. Let There Be Rock. There we go. By the way, I think it's one of the best AC/DC songs with Let There Be Rock. Especially love that middle solo because it's basically a Chuck Berry solo. I love it.
I will just try to sneak in the Jurassic Park theme song.
Oh, you ever seen? Oh, this is an old video. Maybe I could find it. You ever seen that person who snuck in Sephiroth's theme at like a Catholic church?
Yeah.
At least I can find it.
I love it whenever, like, as long as it's an appropriate song. I love it when they start like incorporating random musical, like random games. I saw one that someone did Halo. So you just heard the
That's actually better because since the Halo theme has a Gregorian chant, that's actually like church. That's technically speaking church appropriate music.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to like see. I'm trying to think. Oh wait, was it Sephiroth's theme or was it Oh, I think it might have been the Evangelion theme. If that's the case, I'm not interested. I don't care about Eva. Let me try.
I know someone snuck in Star Wars, or like what was it called? The sunset.
Oh, okay, it's that da 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 da. I think it's called the Force theme. Da 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 da. All that. Let's see. Oh man, I can't. For the life of me, I cannot find this video. Has it been lost to time, or I'm not searching it correctly? Oh well. Look at. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, looks like someone played Jordan's theme on the church organ 4 years ago. let's see that real quick. Of course, I gotta share with you the video. I don't know why I did a French accent there. It just kind of felt like it. You can't stop me.
Oh, here it is.
I can do whatever accent I want.
Here's the TikTok.
I can do
the one that I'm talking about.
I can do an American accent. Fluent American accent. Oh, get us to check Discord. Oh, let me see. This is the. Oh, okay. Oh, so it was that one. All right then. Okay, so Ghetto found a 1 week angel. I'm sorry, it was called 1 week angel. That's what it was called. Sorry, not a Final Fantasy fan.
Not 3-wing angel.
No, not
the trilogy.
But no one, yeah, but everyone skips 2-wing angel only because 3-wing angel exists. Oh, did you get the link I sent you for the journal video?
Let me see. I'm trying to find it.
I put it on. I should have sent it to you under sources.
Ah, there it is. There it is. I don't remember this one. Let's see. I'm gonna listen to it.
All right, playing in 3, 2, 1, play. Dorime. Oh, he's got groovy all of a sudden. Like I said, let's look at the Sonic congregation. Anyone notices? No one's noticing.
No one noticing.
They're just like, this is some nice music. Praise Jesus.
I like how it's going to. It went from an atmospheric, droning noise to. Dun, 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 dun.
He got a bit. He almost lost it when he got a bit too groovy, because that's when you know some of the elders at the church are like, what kind of music is this? But once he starts slow down, I was like, that's better. None of that polyrhythmic nonsense. All right, now here's the one I was trying to look for. So I'll send it to you, Jack, on the Sorciso, the Scorsese, the Maccalini, Puccini, Giovanni, Rigatoni. I don't know.
Right, I'm ready.
All right, playing the video in 3, 2, 1, play. And the woman.
The cathedral just makes me feel like I'm gonna fight a boss. All the elders are like, I have a need to cleanse.
It's time for the crusade! Yeah, bang that bass. Yeah. Oh, wait, here's the part. Here it is.
She's getting suspicious. That's why she's leaning over looking.
She's like, I don't recognize this hymn. Alright, let's stop right here. Because then we're going to end up watching the whole thing. Oh, man. I think it's kudos on whoever is the elder woman there. She just lets him like, nah, go ahead. Play. They're probably not in the service, so that's why the gentleman here can get away with it. And
I sent you the TikTok with the other one with the Star Wars.
And you will be amazed how if a song doesn't have any lyrics, how much you can get away with.
Yep.
Yeah, because people focus too much on lyrics and not on the actual music, in my opinion. Alright, let's see. So Jackson. Oh, okay. I remember this TikTok. So we can. This is a very quick one. I also thought it was funny when I saw it too. Oh, okay, good. I don't have to do another puzzle. Another Resident Evil style puzzle so I can watch a TikTok. Oh, Jack, imagine if every time you had to open TikTok, you had to do the RE4 puzzle with the sliding blocks.
God, Johnny knows that I'm going to take 10, 30, 20 minutes on that thing.
Even though technically, like, you ever see people just like, oh, just move this and do it and that. Like, technically it's simple, but we overthink things, so it's like,
I just wished it reset.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't reset, does it?
No, it doesn't. So I'm just like, as soon as you mess it up, it just gets worse.
All right, I have the video up and ready. Let me know when you're ready, Jack.
I'm ready.
All right, play in 3, 2, 1, play.
It was way too good.
The bases!
Man, the bases are always higher.
The band is like, I'm glad we got congregation.
I feel so bad for the bassist in a lot of these Christian churches.
Oh, yeah.
Like that, people always give them a bad rep because they look tired and they're like not having fun. I mean, if all you can do is doon doon,
if all you can play
or the occasional doon 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 doon.
Exactly. If all you can play is just the root note of the chord, you can only do so much with that. Only so much. Which is why when my little brother picked up the bass and he started playing, he did not let that stop him. He's like, no, I'm gonna play bass. I'm gonna play bass, and I'm gonna use all my heavy metal influences, and you can't stop me. Okay, he didn't go that far, but I'm just saying he was allowed to do flourishes and fills.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, so and he did more than just play the root notes of chords. So
and did he slap the bass?
Just slap it. Just slap it. Slap it.
Slap the bass. No pick. It's illegal. Slap it.
It's good. It's good. Davey's still going. He's got a.
I swear, I got scared whenever he sent that one video. It was like 5 days after April Fool's, and he's like literally saying, "I did this 5 days after April Fool's, so people know that I am serious. It's time to say goodbye to my 20s because I'm turning 30."
God dang, he's still. I'm glad he has now a dedicated audience. I stopped watching a while ago, but I'm glad he's still he's still getting views and people still enjoy him. Oh man,
that was the thing. Like I actually only just saw it 2 days ago because I was on the HAC and JAC channel instead of my personal channel, because my personal channel would just be filled with other things.
Right. Oh. Hold on, I just saw a video I can that I could save for later. I'll save that for later. There's the nama 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 mama
Manamana. Ba ba ba.
badum ba 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 badum mana mana ba ba da bum mana mana
Manamana.
ba ba badum 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 bum 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 mana mana. Don't you love the Muppets? I love the Muppets.
They're perfect.
They are perfection. I really relate to Miss Piggy. No.
I really relate to Kermit.
Everyone thinks they relate to Kermit, but you know who you relate to?
Who?
Gonzo. Personally, if I had to be honest, I probably relate to Fozzie Bear. Making terrible jokes. Wonka wonka.
Waka waka.
Although, but both of us together, we'll end up. We're just become weebish Statler and Waldorf. Yellow says that he relates to Animal. And Electric Circus. And so was it?
Oh my God, Davey got married.
I think that was old news, but good for him. I'm glad.
For me, it's 9 months ago, so.
but good for him. Glad he found a partner in life. There's only a few women who can handle the power that is the bass.
They can both slap it. They're both literally slapping it.
Recent
videos them slapping it.
Look, I am a stern believer in not slapping each other's basses before marriage. All right, that's for the say that for the honeymoon. Then you can slap it all you want, but until they are married under the eyes of God, no one slapping each other's basses. Slap your own bass.
Exactly.
Stupid. Oh man.
Oh, what? I'm getting this one. I'm getting this. As I said before the show started, I'm getting some headphones for the audio interface.
You're getting head? Damn, that's bold.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God. You just admitted it. You animal. How are you staying calm this entire time? Anyways, headphones.
I was having issues trying to find which headphones to get. Or am I supposed to say I'm having issues trying to find which head to get?
Oh. Oh, I'm juvenile. I'm juvenile. Oh man. Actually, speaking of phones you put over your head, mine's falling apart again.
Oh,
but it's a thing though. I like this. It's a cheap brand, but the quality is surprisingly good. But they can barely last a year, so it's one of those things where I'm actually kind of debating, just for work reasons, of maybe getting those small pod looking earphones, so that way I can just let my hair down and you wouldn't even know I'm listening to music.
Oh, then yeah, definitely. Oh, never mind. I would recommend some, but they're a bit expensive.
Or JBL's good.
JBL.
Yeah, and that's not a joke. It's actual brand.
No, yeah, I remember the brand.
I'm letting the audience know. When Yellow says the head is trash. Yeah, that can be interpreted in many ways. Johnny, so you have that Christian Lupo song in my head. Oh man.
I know Bose earbuds are pretty good, but those are expensive.
Johnny's
I have some.
Johnny says the Hack Jack Show is not brought to you by Raycon. Good. Good. I don't need no damn Raycons. But I wouldn't mind a 2B sponsorship. Oh, I just remember there's a small news story, and it is not even that exciting, but it's just funny to me. So there's been a announcement from Disney, all right, regarding their streaming service, Disney Plus. Do you know what? Do you have an idea of what I'm talking about, Jack?
For Disney and their streaming services.
Yes.
No.
Okay, let me see if I can find like a proper article and blah 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 and sources and blah 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 germ blah blah blah. You know, so that I'm not making stuff up like fools. Anyways, first let me actually find. First, let me actually. Okay. So, oh gosh, I don't think it's actually like on their official account, but let me just do a little this, do a little that. Do a little dance. Do a little. I don't know what was going there, but.
You were going somewhere.
I was going somewhere. I know there's a song. Do a little dance. Get down tonight. There we go. Get down tonight. Oh, do a little dance. Make a little love. Dang, I can't find it. All right, so it's not. God dang it. It's not technically new, so I saw something that very inappropriate joke. Very inappropriate. Boo.
How dare you?
Very inappropriate.
So inappropriate.
And it involved Tasteway. How dare they? How dare they just besmirch the pop goddess of today? Not tomorrow though. She's not the pop goddess of tomorrow. She's a pop goddess of today. But not yesterday. Or not tomorrow, but today. But anyways. Pretty much there was this is either a rumor or this is something that was said in some sort of news. Pretty much the Disney Plus streaming service is thinking of incorporating channels. Oh, you could say channels in their streaming service dedicated to certain types of content. Here is the Star Wars channel. Here's the Marvel channel. Here's the Disney Animation channel.
Here's the OnlyFans channel.
Yeah, basically. And everyone comments like, "Wow, we are really circling back to TV." We're just going back to TV. The cable never left. It just took a vacation.
Yep.
So yep, get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Cable's coming back. But and I saw like this one tweet that was very succinct, in which it was like, no one switched from streaming to cable because of the service. They just did it because streaming has a smoother UI. And it brought
some copium.
Well, no, it's more of a joke. But then I was thinking, that's kind of right. You ever try to actually like use the UI on a cable service like thing?
I mean, I guess that's true. Yeah,
it's not smooth at all. And sometimes you have thinking, is this even working? But it's more like a joke. But still, the fact that Disney's gonna start doing that, we're no longer gonna have the Disney Channel, but we're gonna have many Disney channels. Oh my gosh!
Then this is the JetX channel. Hopefully, they'll revive JetX.
That depends. Do you want JetX or do you want Disney XD?
JetX.
Yeah, I would like JetX too, but I try to think what was the original shows on JetX. The only one I could think is I can do this. Super Robot Monkey Force Hyper. I can do it. Super Robot Monkey Force. Super Robot Monkey Hyper Force Go. There you go. Nailed it first try. That's the only
actually.
Oh my god!
It's Super Robot Team Hyperforce Go. Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperverse Go. There you go.
Well,
You gotta add the team.
well, you know what I say to that. Damn. Hold on. Take this. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, how about take this?
Ow. My legs. Now I can't grow up to be an independent businesswoman.
Wait, this says crunch. This might be bone snapping. Let's see.
Crunch it up.
Nope, it's not.
Crunch it up.
It's not. I was misled. I have too many soundboards from different Discords, and I have no idea what half of them do.
Good. Yellow says, if I went to someone's house and they had a Marvel channel, I'd give them a swirly in their own toilet. But what if they're playing the good stuff? You know, like some of the 90s animated series, Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, you know, the good stuff. You know, they might be as forgiving. Maybe even some of the better MCU movies. Or the Raimi trilogy. Ghetto says, current Gen X would just be Marvel and Star Wars and whatever anime they have licensed. They don't even have... That's right! If it's on the Disney... Imagine on the Disney XD channel, you too can watch censored Naruto Shippuden dubbed.
How is...
I know. I was shocked to see that Naruto Shippuden was airing on Disney XD.
I do remember that, but what was the censors?
Like blood and anything that's gratuitous, that can be considered gratuitous violence and stuff, like instead of saying "Damn it, Sasuke," it's "Darn it, Sasuke."
Oh.
And you know, just stuff like that. It's like all that type of 4-kid censorship.
Man, those voice actors must have been getting paid.
Not really.
No, not even for like redubbing certain lines to not be.
Well, no, because you know they just get in the studio, say their lines, and then they move on to the next project.
Dang.
Now, if anything, it's the writers who have to translate or localize or whichever.
Localized entirely in your kitchen.
Yes, it's like this anime sub is localized entirely within your kitchen. Johnny says, yes. Can we air the original Cyborg 009 again? I waste some time on that. Well, you say you mean like from the 60s? That original Cyborg 009 or the mid 2000s one? Because actually, I would like to see mid 2000s Astro Boy again. That would be neat. That's how I got introduced to Astro Boy, when he was briefly on the Kids WB right after Shaolin Showdown and the Batman.
I still watch the Batman every now and then. It's a fun show. I liked it.
No, but you gotta say it right.
The Bat. There you go.
You know, I want to do the soundboard, that guitar riff, that lick, that chord they play.
Oh,
the iconic guitar chord of the Batman. Also, hello, Miss Saren. You're just in time for us to.
Justin.
Yeah, you're Justin. You're Justin Saren now. There you go. I have now dubbed you Justin Saren. The third.
Go make a band.
Oh, it's on Retro Crush? I keep forgetting Retro Crush exists, and it's on my phone. Then again, I have very little desire to watch anime. At least, you know I think I know why. Because I did it too much as a teenager, and so now that energy, that hype for it has now been depleted. I wasted all of my youth. See, this is why you don't binge on your hobbies as a teenager, because then when you're older, you don't have time. You have time for it, but you don't make time for it. Miss Aaron, so
You
that
gotta savor the moment.
Miss Aaron says, so that mean does that mean I'm a guy now? No, you're still a woman. You're just a woman named Justin. Technically, we could call you Justinia, but no, Justin's easier. Ghetto says that they don't have Naruto anymore. They got Bleach. Disney. Oh, sorry, Disney got Bleach. Interesting.
Damn.
Yeah, an interesting choice. I guess they could.
I prefer Fabuloso.
Stupid. That. Hold on. You know what? I got it.
What? There you go. Yeah, thank you.
Oh man. It's just sir, that's okay. As long as I don't have to learn to be standing up.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. Just wiggle it once or
Just make sure you don't sneeze.
and wiggle it once or twice to make sure you get all of the to get all of it out. Or you know what? No, just sit. Just do it as you've always learned it.
Yeah, you could sit.
Yeah, sit on it. Like a bit. No,
Don't
I'm
sit
kidding.
on it. That hurts.
Maybe for you, maybe. I don't know what's going with that. I don't know what's going with that one. Oh man. Johnny jiggle, little jiggle. Oh man.
Remember 3 shakes. Any more and you're playing with it.
Anymore, and you have to confess your sins. Oh man. What able-bodied, self-respecting man sits for it.
The lazy one.
Oh, exactly.
The one that barely got out of bed after sleeping only 3 hours.
Calling yourself out there, Jack?
No. I sleep 8 hours today.
Oh yes, he's got that healthy sleep.
Yeah, I got that healthy sleep.
Yeah, he's got that.
I can't imagine going anywhere for 3 hours of sleep. Oh, that sounds painful.
Now without lots of Monster Energy, this stream is brought to you by Monster Energy. Go grab life by the balls. That should be their tagline. If you disagree, then you yourself are not grabbing life by the balls.
Johnny says lazy takes more work to sit down and get up than to do it standing up. Well, here's the thing. You gotta here's the thing. Okay, whenever it comes to days like that, if I want to go back to sleep, I would sit down because I don't want to aim and open my eyes. If I open my eyes, I'll lose like that feeling of going back to sleep. There you have it.
Yeah, it's like that. As simple as that. Ghetto says, he's scrolling through Retro Crush again for the first time in a year. They have live action Cutie Honey and the Tetsuya 28 remake. Yeah, they've been getting a lot of stuff. Miss Sarah says, if life has balls, does that mean life is also a man? I feel a little outnumbered. No, but the balls. But think about it, Miss Sarah. If you grab life by the balls, that means you have the power. Think about it.
Exactly.
You have the power to do what you need to do, and it will be done. What that is up to you. That's your motivation for today. So just wait. That's all I had to do for power this whole time? Exactly. Chinese, you're all misgendering life. Someone thinks life is Gaia. We got a Gaia believer over here.
Also, John, you're calling me full of shit. You're just proving my point. Why do you think that's even better? Why would I not need to stand up then? I could just sit down on the toilet now. You proved my point. Thank you.
This is getting stupid. It is getting estupido, as the Mexicans say. No, not Mexicans. The Mexican Americans. we could we could use for. We could go for,
What?
Oh, I have it on. No, I don't have it on this computer. I was gonna say some freeform jazz, but I don't have any freeform jazz on this computer.
Let me see. Do I have any freeform jazz and
No, you're
any
not.
soundboards?
No, you're not cultured
I don't.
enough. Yo, it says stop using retro crush because everything on there was already on Tubi. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, pretty much like a lot of those animes you see on live stream, like unless this is the really popular ones, I think kind of the sad reality of it. Those animes are so cheap to license that it's like, what the heck? Just add it there for the content. Even if it's the most like just generic of all animes. Like that one anime Jack recommended me in high school that I don't even. Oh, I remember now. Chrome-shelled Regios.
Which one?
That one. What I just said. I remember. I remember it vividly. We were in that computer class one day, and we decided I think it's the first and only time we did this to actually recommend and actually watch the anime recommend to each other. You know, a lot of people actually do that, but they don't actually do it. No, this time we actually did it. We actually did it this time. I recommended Jack Samurai Champloo, and he recommended me a show called Chrome Shelled Regios. I believe that's how I'm pronouncing it, or at least that's what the title is called.
Was it this one?
It's very generic looking, like it's very generic looking. But the point is,
I wonder what I was on that day.
Honestly, you know what remembering kind of a little bit to the show, I think it was just an anime that appealed to high school boys. That's really what it was, because it's one of those basically like audience insert animes where the main character is not too much personality, but like he's like, oh man, he's like the best student at the academy, and oh look, here's the really, really popular girl who doesn't like him, but maybe she does like him, or maybe she doesn't. You never know. It was very, very generic. I didn't finish it. Even the action wasn't that interesting, and so I kind of felt, and so like I kind of felt like, oh, let down. While Jack was watching arguably one of the greatest anime ever made, so it kind of felt uneven, if you ask me.
I swear I've never watched this one.
I think like a lot of us at the time, Jack, we watched so much anime that we don't even remember what we watched.
No, I actually never seen this one.
Well, that's what you. Unless I'm literally using saying. Hold on, let me look it up myself. Unless I'm saying the wrong anime title. Let's see. So I believe it's called Chrome Shelled Regios. Oh wow, it was good enough to get a season 2. That's rare. Yep, nope, it's that one. Chrome Shelled Regios. That's the generic sci-fi harem academy anime set in the apocalypse.
Nope, I would have remembered this one. I don't remember anything.
Well, that says a lot now, doesn't it? It says Jack was
I feel like you're gaslighting me.
No, Jack, I am not gaslighting you. You earnestly recommended the show to me. I remember it. I don't remember a lot of things, Jack. You know me. But this is something. But like this is here's one. It's one thing. If this was supposed to be a joke, I would have used like an actual terrible or very infamous anime. Chrome Shelled Regios is the average of the average. There is nothing special about this show. It was made to sell. It was made to promote a manga or a light novel, whichever one.
It was a light novel, it seems.
There you go. It was made to do that and nothing else. All right, and at the time, it could be that maybe it was just something you enjoyed and for what it was, and again, for a high school boy, as someone who's 15, 16, or even 17, it's a show that's like, yeah, I can watch this because it has pretty girls, it has cool swords, it has you can put yourself in the main character's shoes. It's that type of story. Nothing wrong with it, but it's one thing.
I swear, I would have probably. Oh wait, I would have probably at that age I would have probably recommended High School DxD just a meme.
Well, you did. Well, you didn't, because you gave me an earnest recommendation. I'm not. Also, it's not a gaslight. This is not me trying to make you look bad. This is what it is. This is what actually happened. This is our history.
I'm looking at like every episode. I'm still not remembering anything.
Is there an HAC?
I feel like this is like some of these characters look like something out of like, what was that one show? Full Metal Alchemist, especially that one dude with the long orange hair.
Full Metal Alchemist actually has memorable character designs. Professor Regios is about as generic as you can get.
To me, both of them kind of look.
Nah,
I mean the story I'm pretty sure is pretty good. I still haven't watched it.
It's fine, you know. It's one of those. It's one of Full Metal Alchemist. It's one of those manga and shows that if that's like your first anime, your first manga, it's the most amazing thing. At this point, if you try to watch it or read it, it's fine. It's good. Nothing.
I swear, I would have remembered whatever the hell that blue spirit is. Again, you know what? I am like 80% sure that I have never watched this.
Well, you know what to do tonight after the show's over.
No, I have Warframe to do.
No, just one episode, just 22 minutes, one episode, and and I'm like I said, is ain't a gaslight. This is not a bit, folks. This is not a bit. This is not me trying to make fun of Jack. This is what really happened. He recommended me that show, and I recommended him Samurai Champloo in what would have been our junior year.
What was I watching throughout junior year? Actually, I don't think I was watching that many animes, to be honest.
I know that was the year that I introduced you to JoJo,
which I still have not watched. When it came to that time, I literally watched it. When was the time I actually watched it?
Probably after high school.
Yeah, I think it was literally yeah, it was literally when we were barely starting the show.
There you go. Let's see. So the chat here. Johnny says Twilight for boys. In a way, yes. In a way. Got us this, and I took that personally. Hack. Mr. Hack, are you confusing Jack with another boy? Nope, it was Jack. Ghetto also says, I remember every anime I watched in my teenage days, only because I was starting to watch older anime by then. However, I do not remember every manga I've read. So yeah.
I swear, like the one I would have recommended to you was Madoka Magica.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't recall you ever recommended me to watch it, but I do recall you talking about it, and I was at least intrigued enough by the premise to ask you more about it. But as far as I know, I never seek out to watch it because I'm not into magical girl anime. I don't. That's a very harsh stance. I know.
At least this one, because like.
No, Johnny. We're. I do not believe Jack would have recommended me Udo Skodechi, aka Legend of the Overfiend, or any of its sequels. I gotta add that. Queen's Blade. Oh god. Oh god. I did see High School DxD on my own accord. It was what it was, and what it shall be.
Oh wait, I'm remembering it. Yep, I remember it.
Miss Aaron says, "Yeah, but you don't have to like magic girls to like Madoka." True, but I think if you're actually a person who enjoys that subgenre of anime or manga, I believe you get a lot more out of it. And that's my opinion. It's like the perfect example is this, Miss Aaron. I've seen Tengo Toppen Gurren Lagann. I enjoyed it, but I guarantee you, I probably miss every single like mecha reference or homage that show ever has because I don't watch mecha. And I guarantee you that person who does, like Ghetto, probably got a lot more out of Gurren Lagann than I did. So that's not to say I didn't enjoy it. That is to say that, you know, that show was made for a very particular audience, and if you're not part of that particular audience, it can go either way, whether you enjoy it or not. Same thing with Kill la Kill. You know, I remember watching it at the time. I liked it, but as the more I thought about it, the more the show just doesn't resonate with me anymore. I don't really even remember what I even liked about it. So it's one of those shows where like it just stopped being something like it stopped being something that I was interested in. And looking back, it was just probably one of those shows that was not pressured, but you know, I wanted to see what was popular, and I just watched it because it was popular. I didn't watch it because I had any interest in Kill la Kill.
I remember the show now.
Oh, you remember?
I remember the bad CGI. Actually, worse CGI would probably be now. The one show I watched now, which I kind of dropped because this one show I watched was, I mean, it's purposely bad. Like, you could tell it's purposely bad because the fact that they have this one pet, like any of the monsters or things or animals, they're all 3D rendered, but not in a way where they're like trying to imitate the art style that they're in. No, it's like purposely, they look like out of a PS2 game.
Oh, that's funny. Well, there you go. There you go. I didn't even remember if there was any awful CGI in Chrome Showed Regios, but I'll take your word for it.
So like, it's not really always there. It's just like a few things.
Well, I think we all learned something here today. That is, you know, even though I'm the one who forgets things, sometimes Jack also forgets things. And also
the smaller things.
Yes, the unimportant things.
The unimportant things.
And also, you know, sometimes we're all pressured to watch things that are popular. And that's and sometimes you'll end up actually liking, and sometimes you're actually liking what you're watching. But if it's not earnest or sincere, you know, it just becomes another thing, a piece of entertainment that you enjoyed at the time and then you never think about. And for some that might be enough. I know there are plenty of people who just needs to watch that movie one time, and that's all they need. They don't need to ever watch it again. Example, my father. And it's very frustrating that he does that. Nevertheless, we all gotta seek things that actually interest us sincerely and enjoy it sincerely. Because chasing trends, trying to see what's popular just so we can talk about it, that's not a way to live.
How many Queensblade shows are there?
I don't know, more than you think, but less than you'd hope.
I swear the one time I saw Queensblade was looking through cable. Like, this is how much I knew about anime. I knew that I learned just then and there that cable box had an anime section, and I only watched whatever was on that thing. Because I did not know I could be able to go through the internet to... Well, I did not want to mess up my brother's computer to get through to the internet to do all the other things.
Yep.
So, the first episode I saw of Queensblade, I'm like, oh, okay, this is interesting. There's people fighting for I have no idea why. And then all of a sudden I see one woman that looked like she almost had like, I think she had like a rabbit costume in the way. But then there were like hands covering her boobs.
Scandalous.
And out of nowhere, out of left field, I just see the hands move, squeeze, and acid came out of her boobs.
Truly.
At that point, I was like, yeah, I think I'm done with this.
Truly, that is for the artisans of the world.
I literally, you know, if a teenager that saw boobs in any sort of aspect just goes, yeah, I think I'm done with this, says that to your anime, maybe there's a little bit too much.
Yeah. So, Miss Aaron, when you're gonna have hands on your boob in your model?
When are you gonna lactate acid?
Or better yet, add machine guns, like in Austin Powers. Can we crowdfund that for your next model? add two semi-automatic pistolas.
That took me to a different side that I did not want to see.
So he goes, nope. You're thinking too small, Miss Saren. Think of the possibilities. You can literally shoot your haters with guns from your boobs.
Typed in the search.
They just
clicked on the first thing. I didn't realize it took me to a porn site.
Confirm. Jack is watching porn right now.
I'm gooning.
No.
That's what the new kids are saying today.
No. Goons are for the criminals. I am not following this trend. If you're gonna goon, it better be for the boss, eh?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
And also, Miss Saren, that's a quote I never thought hear you say. Titty pistols were draw the line. She can do many things. She can handle anything you throw at her. But if you put some guns and some memories, you're going too far. And frankly, you need to be destroyed. She didn't say that last part, but I can feel the intention.
Destroyed.
Execute order SEX.
No. Execute order 8085. I think I did it right.
Yeah, that's it. No. Execute order.
It's 80,085.
1134.
Execute order 304.
Oh, this is stupid. Oh man. Also, Johnny, I don't want to not go nuts. I appreciate the late show with Craig Ferguson reference you did there. So what do we learn on the show tonight, Craig? And then a cat does something. So I saw it. Oh man. All right, Jack. If you're done jerking off, can you tell us what are your announcements for this week?
Hold on. Is there a sound? Let me see. Is there a sound?
Here. This is a sound I can give you.
Wait, here. This one says dick. Let's see. Dick.
I don't get it.
Dick. Oh, there's this one. There you go.
Ew. I feel nasty.
Feel violated.
No, because I don't feel it on me. It feels like it's next to the floor. I'm standing near it, and it's like, thank God it hit me, but also I don't want to clean that up. That's that feeling.
Just ew. A very monotone, done with life attitude.
It's better than the churro, but I still didn't like it.
Nice. Do I have the churro thing?
Oh, don't.
I only have
no more butts.
I only have brain fart. That's all I have.
Good enough. Johnny brother. Brother. Yeah, see, he's not.
Brother.
No. He's giving you the Hulk Hogan, brother. That's what he's doing. Brother, don't play that shit.
I'm gonna add Chorro to my soundboard one day.
Well, when that does, I'm sure we'll lose Miss Saren as a subscriber.
Oh, by the way,
Yes.
this is just something that you will enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
The Yapapi strap is actually getting a lot of mileage.
Oh, the Yappa Pie strap match. Oh,
Yes.
sorry. Didn't you use it in a TikTok or something? Or am I making that up?
No. The others in whenever I hang out with Verm and Winter.
Oh, you have it like as like a soundboard clip.
Yeah, since like if you have Nitro, you can be able to use everyone's soundboards
I see.
from every server, and Verm really enjoys the Yapify strap.
Oh man, everyone enjoys the Yappa Pie strap. Even Johnny has to admit he enjoys the Yappa Pie strap. But don't ask him to be part of a Yappa Pie Indian strap match unless it's for a title. Even then, he'll probably find a way to cheat out of it, like the heel he is. Anyways,
Miss Saren, you ask why.
but the real question
is why not?
Yeah.
There's no laws against putting Choro in Discord.
Not yet.
There's no laws, Batman.
Johnny's saying the FEC as he's saying. I just made up stuff. That doesn't mean anything. All right, now seriously, Jack, what do you have to announce?
Oh, what if I say please? I'll think about it. So tomorrow, so I will be doing my streams as usual if nothing happen, if there's nothing going on. I had some things to do last time, which not really prevented streams, but kind of made streams a little bit different from what I promised. So instead of promising a certain game, I'm just gonna say I'll be streaming. I'll be streaming for the week, like the usual schedule, hopefully. That's about it.
Alrighty then. As for me, unfortunately, nothing new to report on my current projects. As I believe I said last week, going through a big life change at the moment, so that's taking priority. So any update from projects I probably won't see until May, when my personal life is finally more normal and situated. Because good lord, has my life not been like that for the past year? Yeah, pretty much year. But that's life stuff. Everyone goes through things. Other than that, hopefully we can come back next time. For the next episode of the HAC JAC show. We thank all of you for joining us and watching us goof around and occasionally say some smart things here and there. We do. We are smart individuals, but we like to be dumb for your enjoyment. And isn't no better way for smart people to act dumb? Because eventually when we do act dumb, we can pretend that it's on purpose. At least it works for me. Anyway.
Yep.
And with all that said, thank you very much for watching. I have all the social medias right there in the bottom of the screen. And for anyone watching this after the fact, we appreciate your support as well. And I'm going to say this now so that I don't forget tomorrow. Hack, if you hear this, go pre-order Ultimate Spider-Man number 4 so that you can have that review out, for Pete's sake. Because you owe these people number 3 at the very least. Why is the second printing next month? That makes whatever. I'm not gonna complain.
Oh, since we're doing self shoutouts, I am currently at 167 followers on Twitch. Remember, guys.
2 more for 169.
Oh, I was gonna say at 200 followers, I did promise I will be doing a karaoke stream. Just a quick reminder for those that think I've forgotten. I have not forgotten. I will do it.
He will. Under duress.
And now because I'm actually preparing for it because I'm gonna switch up microphones eventually.
Yeah, you got a karaoke mic with the reverb on it.
Oh, I already have reverb set up for
but that cheap reverb.
OBS.
No, that cheat reverb. You know what I mean.
The ones with the built-in reverb.
Exactly. All right, we gotta close off. Thank you very much for watching. This is Hack and Jack. Sign off.